This video is kindly being sponsored by Skillshare. The first 1,000 subscribers to click the link in the video description below will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. Hear me? It is so hot, 9:30 AM. What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, subscribe, turn on the bell so you don't miss an upload. And if you are not new and you've seen any of my videos before, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Alright, so today I am doing a video reacting to or reading an article posted by eFinancial Careers, and it's basically focusing on a day in the life of an executive assistant at an investment bank or a personal assistant at an investment bank. So typically what you all might be aware of is, you know, there's analysts, there's associates, there's directors, vice presidents, managing directors and partners. But one role that no one really talks about is the executive assistant or the personal assistant. And so I thought, you know what, a good way to talk about the role is to read the article and just share my views as I go through it. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, I am a PA, personal assistant in an investment bank. These are my secrets. Posted in 2019, fair enough. Okay, by Sylvia Legaz. This is from eFinancial Careers, do check them out. It's efinancialcareers.co.uk. All right. If you work in a front office job in an investment bank and are unhappy with your pay, your hours, or your prestige, you should try being a personal assistant. I'm the PA to a managing director and his team of around 40 people. Big team. A lot of people to cover. It is a mostly thankless task, but one with anthropological upsides. So typically, you know, teams might be 4 people, 5 people, 10 people, some might be even bigger. This is a massive team, 40 people. It's unusual for one assistant to manage 40 people. The essential role of an assistant is to manage people's calendars, manage people's diaries, make sure, you know, the managing director in this case isn't taking meetings where there might be a clash, and basically filtering emails that come into their inbox by urgency, importance, so on and so forth. Obviously the managing director has access to their own inbox, they read through all their emails, but the assistant is kind of just making sure the MD's time isn't being wasted by random emails, and anything urgent, or anyone that wants to reach out to him or her, they first go through the executive assistant. Now, one thing I must say, personal assistants, executive assistants, they are arguably some of the nicest people that you will meet at an investment bank. Cool, down-to-earth people, up for a laugh. And yeah, let's carry on reading and see what else she says. As you sit there on the trading floor, safe in your 6-figure salary and your similarly sized bonus, you probably don't realize that a lot of us PAs are hired on a contract basis. So contract basis, they're kind of like, I don't want to say freelancers, but they're kind of like contractors. They might work 2 days or 3 days a week as opposed to a full-time 5 days a week. Their hours tend to be like 9 AM to like 4 or 5 PM, so it's not really long hours. And they actually earn decent. They earn anywhere between 30 to 50,000 pounds. Being on a contract basis means they don't partake in the bonus pool, so that's something worth noting. This isn't a full-time secure job for us, and we therefore don't get any of the perks that you get. I'm talking private health insurance and the pension. Fair. As contractors, we're not part of the bonus pool, and even if we're not contractors, our bonuses are usually tiny or non-existent. Yeah, bonuses will be anywhere between the regions of £500 to £1,000, £2,000. Hey, before we carry on, I need to introduce today's video sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes for curious and creative individuals. In fact, I've had a Skillshare account for over a year. I've banged out so many different classes, and I've actually created 4 classes of my own. I've made classes on creating the perfect CV or resume, creating a strong cover letter, the different divisions of an investment bank, and what exactly is asset management. In addition to my classes, there are tons of classes on Skillshare that you can access to learn about creativity, design, marketing, public speaking, editing, you name it, there's probably a class on Skillshare to check out. For example, my editing, some of you might have noticed, has improved, and that's because I took a course on Skillshare that helped me improve my Final Cut editing skills. The great thing about Skillshare is that it's curated specifically for learning, and so this means there's no ads throughout any of the classes. In addition, one subscription allows you to access all of the classes on the platform, and there are thousands of classes. Best of all, creators like myself are creating new premium classes every so often. My latest class is a class on asset management. I released released it last month, and it's basically for any student or graduate who wants to break into fund management or asset management as a career. Skillshare Premium is less than $10 a month with annual subscription. The first 1,000 people to hit the link in the video description below will get a free premium Skillshare trial, so you can access all of the classes that I've mentioned and any more that you wish. And it goes without saying, you can cancel at any time, so you won't spend a penny if you don't want to. However, I'm not a PA in a bank for the money. I'm a PA for the people watching. Interesting. You may not see me, but I see you. Firstly, so this is one thing to note. PAs, they have access to everything that's going on for everyone in their team. So any client dinners you're going for, any coffee catch-ups, whatever, all the receipts you're going to bring back, or on the charges on your American Express card, they accept, refund, put through the system all of your receipts. So they see your expenses, they see what you're up to, they have access to your calendars, they have access to all your meetings. So yeah, they've got a lot of access. So always stay on their good side. Firstly, I get access to the MD's inbox. I arrange meetings for him and I delete his irrelevant emails. I also get to read things that the rest of you never see and that you never know about. I see your compensation numbers. I know which of you are to be made redundant. I see the topics that senior management are discussing. Sometimes I'm conflicted. A friend of mine was on the redundancy list last month. I said nothing. If she says something, then her job is at risk. So very conflicted position to be in. I see some of your relationships and I see all of your spending habits. I have been asked to book lunches for senior bankers and their girlfriends. And I have been asked to book lunches for the same senior bankers and their wives. Players. I'm often asked to process expenses. I know who goes over budget, who likes to eat at expensive restaurants, who is frugal. At times, I'm made party to your medical issues. We had an MD fly in from New York with a bad stomach. Guess who bought the medicine for his diarrhea? Some of you asked me to book your taxis and your cars. I am your concierge. Others of you endlessly asked me to change your plane tickets. Yeah, so literally the personal assistant or the executive assistant, they are there. They sort everything out. Like, they do a lot of work and they manage a lot of diaries, manage a lot of calendars, sort so many things out. Without them, honestly, MDs will be lost. They won't know where to go, when to go. They won't have a taxi to go to the next meeting. Like, teams operate successfully due to, large part, very, very good executive assistants. So yeah, it's like the oil in an engine. It keeps everything running smoothly. For this, I get a salary that is a fraction of your own. Keep in mind, so executive assistants earning anywhere between 30 and 50k, sometimes more, sometimes less, but for the most part 30 to 50k pounds sterling. Average UK salary right now is around 26 to 28,000 pounds. So it's above the average UK salary. But yeah, they're doing a 9 to 5. Sometimes they work part-time. There might be 2 executive assistants per team. One Monday to Wednesday, the other Thursday and Friday. So yeah, and you know, it's not a high pressure, demanding job like some of the other roles in a front office role in an investment bank. But yeah, for this I get a salary that is a fraction of your own, plus usually a generous Christmas present that reflects your quiet appreciation during the year. I'm sometimes asked to attend client dinners so that there's a female face, and I get the occasional advance from those among you who spend so much time in the office that any encounter with an apparently marriageable woman must be leveraged. I'm sometimes flattered. I always say no. I know what bankers are like. I have no urge to spend more time with them. Sylvie Legaz is the pseudonym of a PA at a US investment bank. So yeah, interesting article. I always find it interesting to see people's perspectives who are in the industry. If you want more content like that, check out eFinancial Careers. A lot of you might be wondering, can you go from, you know, personal assistant or executive assistant to an analyst position? Truth is, it's very rare. Most people don't. Most personal assistants, executive assistants that I've come across are like middle-aged, mostly females, and they're happy with that role, and they're just happy to do that because it gives them flexibility to go and see their children, pick their kids up from school, etc., etc. However, when I was at GS, a good friend of mine, she was a assistant to start with. She did a few years and then she wanted to be an analyst, and then through hard work and perseverance did her time and became an analyst. And so yeah, it happens, but it depends what you want from your career. A lot of you might not be interested in being an analyst, associate, VP, director, MD, whatever, and you don't want to pursue that high pressure type of environment career. Some of you might think, you know what, a personal assistant role sounds like something that's up my street. I might have to explore that. Check out opportunities. There's always roles and opportunities going. And yeah, it's a good way to work for an investment bank without having all of the high demands on your time, work-life balance, all of that. If you made it this far, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Next video should come out this weekend actually, and it's gonna be on hedge funds versus asset management. In the meantime, check out some of these videos for more reactions, and I will see you on Saturday or Sunday. Peace.